right, we're going to get started. If you have any issues, feel free to enter those in the chat or question box, and I'll try to address those during the presentation. So hello, welcome. My name is Nick Newsad from healthcontract.com. Thank you for joining the webinar today. The presentation today is all about advanced FMV issues and advanced issues with physician practice management fees and management arrangements. Now, I've talked about physician practice management fees several times over the years at various conferences and on webinars, but pretty much all the talks I've given covered the basics, the fundamentals. This is the first time I've given an advanced presentation on this topic, specifically for an advanced audience. So I'm going to share lots of figures and charts and tables today that I've never shared before. Then I'll talk about some recent deals and lawsuits related to PPMs and the corporate practice of medicine. The agenda is really big and we have a lot to cover, so we're going to try to get into it as quickly as possible, and we'll just spend as little time as possible on the fundamentals. So if you've worked on a physician practice management PPM deal before, you know that we have to wrestle with several opposing forces. Most U.S. states have laws banning corporations from providing medical services or splitting medical service fees with medical providers. Most states do not want corporations employing physicians or controlling physicians. At the same time, there are accounting and tax standards saying that corporations must control and manage medical professional corporations, PCs, in order to consolidate their financial statements as variable interest entities, VIEs. That's something that public companies and for-profit corporations want to do. Corporations want to consolidate financial statements of physician practices they manage, even though they may not own the practices. On top of that, we have federal laws with exceptions and safe harbors specifically addressing financial transactions involving physicians and management service arrangements. For the most part, these 6 laws and standards you see on this slide have nothing to do with each other. The accounting rules have nothing to do with health law. The health laws have nothing to do with the accounting rules. So what do? I like to think that there's a small little target area where all these 6 laws and standards overlap right there in the middle. And this Venn diagram on this slide is intended to illustrate. So when I prepare a fair market value opinion for a physician practice management arrangement, I'm aiming for that small target area where we can comply with all these different standards and laws at the same time. On the top half of this slide here is the standard friendly PC diagram, illustrating how we can separate medical professionals from all the non-medical personnel, assets, and services. The Medical Professional Corporation, or PC, on the left, bills insurance for the services of medical professionals. The PC then pays a management fee to a management company to provide everything the doctors need to practice medicine. After paying the management fee, the money that is left in the PC is used to compensate the medical professionals. To set management fees, we must establish fair market value for all the non-medical expenses on the right side of the diagram, and this is the diagram at the top of the slide. And that fair market value can vary a lot from specialty to specialty, from state to state, and even within states, it can vary a lot. Expenses differ in different parts of New York State, California State, and the state of Texas. On the bottom half of this screen is a pie chart illustration of how we can categorize all those expenses when calculating management fees. You can see medical professional compensation in orange on the left side of that pie chart. Malpractice expense, which should be paid by the PC, is in gray. Non-medical practice expenses are in blue on the right side. The blue category represents what management companies can provide to PCs. Now, conveniently, that pie chart on the bottom half of the screen has the same three categories used in practice expense surveys administered by the American Medical Association, Medicare, and 24 of the medical specialty societies. The AMA sends out these surveys to physician specialists several times each year, and those surveys ask physician specialists to identify the relative value assigned to these three categories for every single physician service in the AMA's CPT coding system. So if we do a little arithmetic, a little math, we can calculate the relative values of non-medical practice expense for every physician specialty. Then I can tell you what management fees should be for every specialty, and that's what I'll show you now.